It's time to go racing here tonight in Austin, Texas for the Circuit of the Americas 115 here for the FastTrack Cup Series race number 3 of the 2026 season as we head to our first of 3 road course events on the year. Excited to have you here tonight for some Monday night action here on BRN. Dawson Allen on the call with you here tonight from the road course, the first road course race this season, coming very early on, race number 3 for these drivers as we get ready to roll here in just about 3 minutes time of practice time left. We will get this thing going underway. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here tonight. We hope you've had a good weekend, and we hope you've had a good Monday. It's a Monday, so you know what that means. It's kind of the unfun day of the week, but we can bring some excitement here and bring the noise with this league tonight. The FastTrack Cup Series rolls into battle here for race number 3 of the season. We've had a nice, fun first 2 weeks here on BRN. Of course, Daytona winner was James Wallace and then Sean Kaltenbach in a very exciting finish there at Atlanta last week, or pardon me, Echo Park Speedway. We saw a pretty fun finish there, and Kaltenbach took home the checkered flag there. But now we head to the road course. And this is the first true test for these drivers in 2026 to come to this road course to try and battle their way to the checkered flag to win this one. It's going to be a battle, but I think these drivers have a shot at putting on a pretty good battle, all things considered. So we'll see how it all shakes out here tonight. 48 laps for these drivers. And of course, the new layout for COTA for these drivers. They've only run here once before, and that was way back in 2021. Was the first and last time that we ran this racetrack. So excited to see how these drivers are able to manage what is essentially just about a new track for everybody to really kind of get ready to go for. So you see Albert Williams spinning out there as he made his way through turn 1, but each driver's really going to have to manage things differently. This is a much different style of racing than what we've done the past few weeks here on BRN, and having to get ready for the left and right hand turns and managing your stuff, and really coming down to a driver style track compared to what was essentially kind of crapshoots, if you will, with the super speedways. These drivers are going to have a lot of work cut out for them to navigate this road course here. Of course, designed for Formula One. NASCAR started coming here back in 2021. That was the first time that the FastTrack Cup Series made their way to the Circuit of the Americas, but that was the last time until tonight that they ran that track. They've run Auto Club as a replacement this year. Auto Club will be run during the San Diego weekend, so we'll see how that pans out for these drivers. And I think the cameras are a little wonky, so I'll have to see about fixing those at some point here. I might throw the replay graphic up as I try to fix that real quick, because that was a little goofy. Of course, my camera pack does not have the newer cameras loaded into it, so we'll see how this all shakes out. Pardon the graphic, I had to fix the cameras a little bit here because they were used to the old track layout, which I'll talk about in a second. We'll get it fixed at some point, but that's practice is over, so we'll see if we can't get this all kind of sorted out throughout the race. So heading into qualifying now, 10 minutes in qualifying, of course, for these drivers. And qualifying is very stressful on a road course compared to a regular oval or a super speedway, because you have to be perfect. You have to be on your P's and Q's the entire lap that you're running, because any kind of incident point will immediately invalidate your lap time, and that's not what you want to have happen. So for 10 minutes, you got 2 laps. You got to be really just perfect. Get out there. So we'll watch Ryan Hedrick, one of the first cars rolling off of pit lane, heading onto the racetrack now. He's heading through the S's, and he'll head down into turn 6A which is going to be a left-hand turn right here at the exit of the S's, taking the short chute here before he gets over towards the long backstretch that is used here. And he'll head down towards turn number 12, which is that hard 90-degree left-hand turn that you got to take a heavy braking zone and a very optimal passing zone for these drivers to try to take tonight. And then heading into the stadium section here from 13 all the way till about turn 18, where these drivers will then make their final two turns, 19 and 20. 20, of course, another 90-degree left-hand turn that you'll take and head down the front stretch and then up the hill towards that treacherous turn 1. That'll be a key point to note tonight on any restarts. If we have more than just the initial start, is turn number 1 will be a spot to watch. So Hedrick makes his way through turn 19 and heading for turn 20. Right there's pit entry. You'll see drivers dart down there at least once tonight to make a pit stop. They'll have to make at least one stop. If not, some drivers might take 2 stops. You never know, strategy-wise, but one stop for certain will be needed to make it on fuel. And then right here, the hill, the uphill climb into turn number 1. That sharp left-hand turn you'll take. And then down into turn 2. Then a slight kink would be turn 3, and then into the S's you go. Hedrick makes his way through the S's here. He'll quickly cut through these and head down into turn number 6, A. And then down towards that heavy braking zone. We'll go on board with 47. We'll ride with him here. Just how you have to be on it. You have to be precise with your braking zones. You have to kind of guide your car along this racetrack and find that right groove. It's definitely a challenge. One of the biggest tracks a driver can have, challenge-wise. Here, turn 19, heading for turn number 20 right there. First lap time set tonight. And he is with a minute 40.413, of course, 513. More lap times start to pile in as more drivers start completing laps. See Jared Bundy, Brandon Saylor now first and second. Bill Benedict sets the 4th fastest lap time. But a big key in this race will also be making sure that you stay on track. As you see the camera trying to find out where the drivers go right there in that section. We're finally finding them back here, down this long backstretch. Williams topped the charts a minute 38.474. Slow there on the exit. I believe turn 17 and turn 18 now. So Michael Mueller goes 3rd fastest in the 99 car, minute 39.917 for that machine. Fastest in practice, out on track, ready to qualify now as well. So we'll cut to him once we see Hedrick's final lap time. He comes around, heading for turn number 20, the final turn before he'll hit the stripe this time. Will he pick up time on that first lap? Answer is yes, just a little bit. And I might bump him up 2 spots, just 1. He goes to 6th place over Tracy Powers, who sits in the 7th position now. And we'll go to the 94. This is Quentin Clark. He's on his first officially timed lap now in the number 94 machine. Fastest in practice. Looking to see if he can bring challenge to that number 14, or the number 48 machine, pardon me, Tyler Marble. I'll talk about that in a second here, but watching Clark make his way through 6A. Camera freaks out, not knowing where he is. That'll be a trend tonight, is the cameras not knowing where in the hell the drivers go right there, wondering why they're not taking the long circuit. Watching Clark take turn 18 here. Well, we're watching. Still a building popped up. And there he is. He'll head out of turn 19 towards the final corner. Set his first time lap with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. As Tyler Marble goes fourth fastest with a 1:39.540. Clark will hit the line this time. His first timed lap is going to be, it's like a minute 39.329, 3:45. Fourth fastest right now with 94. He's going for his second lap, but really quickly, I'm going to let this timer stay up, and I want to show the track here, and I want to highlight this racetrack and what we see different compared to what these drivers last saw when they ran here back in 2021. So this is the track itself in its entirety. Of course, the Circuit of the Americas in full length is a 3.426 mile track that includes this section right here. When you come out of the S's, you take these turns right through here. You go all the way up. You take this sharp turn that mimics turn 1, and then down this backstretch you go, heading towards turn number 12. With the new layout that we're using this year, it's what NASCAR has shifted to as well, so it's what we're seeing in real life. They'll come through the S's right here, and they'll take turns 6A and 6B and essentially shortcut that entire section. So the red is the old and the green is the new. That shortens the track from a 3.426 to a 2.4 mile road course race, so not as long as it was before, and it takes away one passing zone but still leaves us with two key passing zones. Those key passing zones being right here, turn number 1, the uphill into turn 1, and of course heading down into turn number 12. Those are probably the two most optimal places you can pass. You can make a move over here in turn 20 as well, but you got to be lined up right for it. If you're not lined up for it, you're really taking a risk. Some other risky spots you can make a move. You can make a move right here in this entire arena section, but it's kind of a sketchy move to make. You're really kind of pushing it, trying to make a move there, but it's possible. And you can also really make a move here in turn 2 if someone makes a mistake through turn 1. And then there's, of course, the no-go zone, the zone where you really don't want to try to make a pass, and that is the S's. As the camera cuts away, the S's is really the big no-no zone. You don't want to make a move right here. This is the last place you want to make a move. You can take advantage of somebody having a mistake, but you really don't want to take a risk there. That is probably the worst spot you can make a move. But just watching these drivers tonight, we'll see how things pan out for them. But it's still a long way to go in this race. 34 laps is going to be a doozy. So Marcus Emerson went second fastest. Come back, Joshua Biddle is sitting on pit lane. Joshua Johnson, I think, is turning some extra laps here. Actually, he's on his last timed lap with just 40 seconds to go. And so is Andrew Moore Jr. They're both trying to pick up some lap time here and see if they can't jump up higher than where they're scored right now. So, Josh Johnson improves his lap time, does not improve his position, 23rd fastest. Andrew Moore is 18th right now, but he's not going to take a lap time. He is going to be done there, so that'll do it for qualifying here tonight. We've got our field lined up, ready to go. 35 drivers entered for this race tonight, ready to see how they do. So as we get ready to go racing, let's take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's race here at the Circuit of the Americas. On the pole position tonight, it is the number 1 of Roger Rios Matthias with Quentin Clark on his outside. Marcus Emerson and Albert Williams make up row number 2 together. Row number 3, you see, it is the number 48, Tyler Marble. 9 wins on the road courses in this league. He is the leader all time in wins. To his outside, he's got Ty Ippolito in the 19. Jared Bundy and Jake Hickson together in row 4, and rounding out your top 10, Tracy Powers and Michael Mueller in the 99. 24 car of Brandon Saylor qualified 11th fastest with Christian Lotion on his outside. You got Ryan Hedrick and John Broussard together in row 7. Row 8 sees Kyle Oakley and Jeff Marble together. Then to 37 of Brian Conklin with that number 77 of Andrew Moore Jr. And Ryan Haynes and Brett Spade round out your top 20. Bill Benedict and Jeff Shutt together in row number 11. Row 12 is Joshua Johnson and Thomas O'Hara. You got Alan Pajari and James Wallace together in row number 13. Row 14 is Cody Matthews and Andrew Russo. And running at your top 30, it's Brian Double and TJ Bartle. And the rest of the field here, it is Lip Struer in the 98 with Glenn Grigsby on his outside. You got Jacob Musso Missile coming from 33rd tonight. Can he get it done? With Daniel Holdcroft on his outside. And running out your field of 35 cars, it's Joshua Biddle in the 76. Quick look at your race analysis. It is 48 laps for about 113 miles. A stage comes at lap 24, but there is no cautions for the stages in this league. The fuel window about 34 laps, so really you're going to stop once in this race, likely going to be after the stage. It's a matter of when you decide to come, if you want to try to make an earlier stop or not. It's clear skies and the track temperature is a nice and cool, make it about 100 or 97 degrees, pardon me. The field should be rolling, should be getting ready to go here. They're on the backstretch right there at turn number 12. We'll go to the blip camera and show you that right there. This field all lined up nice and tight together as they get ready to roll here down into turn number 12, and you can see this field, 35 cars ready to brave the storm of the road course as they make their way through the arena section, and then they'll go to take the green flag and get us ready to go racing. We've had 2 super speedways to start this season. James Wallace took home his first career victory back at Daytona 2 weeks ago. And then last week, it was Sean Kaltenbach who stole the victory on the last lap and walked away with his first win of the season. We'll see who's able to brave the storm and see if maybe Tyler Marble can make it a 10th career road course victory. Or if it's going to be one of these guys up here as well, like maybe Roger Rios Matthias or Quentin Clark on the front row together. That could be the one to take home the checkered flag. The pace car is going to dive a hard left turn towards the safety of pit lane. Leave the field in the hands of the flagman, where they will head all the way up to turn number 1. We'll see the chaos build from there. Down the front stretch, the flagman will throw the green flag and send this field racing as they march their way down, double file, coming to the green flag, waiting for it, waiting on it. Green flag flies. We're racing here at Circuit of the Americas. Trouble over in turn 6A. Well, 87 of Brian Dubel around. That also got Bill Benedict, Daniel Holdcroft, Alan Pajari was a part of it. So is Joshua Biddle and Thomas O'Hara. I think already gotten a black flag in this race as well. But up front, it's still leading this field. It is Roger Rios Matthias on this first lap. Quentin Clark in second. Tyler Marble making a move on Albert Williams for fourth place. Trying to work this driver's left, and he'll clear and he'll take that spot. Marble holding off Albert Williams here, but Matthias is going to lead lap number 1. A chaotic start in the very back of the field. A lot of cars had a lot of problems, but after that, we'll go back and see how this all shakes out here. 98 coming in. Lifstruer comes into turn 6A, and around goes the 87 car. After that, everybody else just kind of stacking up right there in that section. Just really nowhere to go. 87 got turned around. Just kind of stacked in behind. Just quickly looking up, I think had another car have problems. Russo spun off of turn number 20. He got it back going pretty quickly. Powers rolling over, letting Jeff Marble in. Oh, so that round goes Powers! Through the exit is 6B. He spins around, backs it into the wall. It looked like he slowed up to let people go, and then ends up getting spun as a result of the exit of the corner. Back here, Ryan Haynes, Josh Johnson battling for the 20th spot. Johnson takes it. Meanwhile, car moving forward already. Jacob Musso is up to 17th place. After just the first lap and a half, now putting pressure on that number 35 of Brett Spod. Can he get by and make another spot? He does for now. For a second, tried to. He's working around the outside driver's left of that number 35 machine. You see here, dart to the inside. Turn number 20 on the left side. Can he get the run off the corner heading up the hill? We still have 17 spots since the green flag flew. Drivers trying to manage turn number 1. And Albert Williams in 6th place. Jared Bundy right behind him giving chase. Quickly starting to spread out for the most part. So much track to run. So many drivers just kind of finding space between themselves. So Haynes missing the S's. Have to give that time up. He's got the 98 right behind him. Lifstruer and the 98 machine, the front end pushed in from that contact on lap 1. They'll take that spot over Haynes, who drops back down 25th. Ahead, battle for 20th place. Andrew Moore has the position. James Wallace on his back bumper, our winner from Daytona, looking to get into the top 20 pretty quickly here. Saylor has John Broussard right there on his back bumper, trying to give him pressure for 12th place. Right now it's a 1.2 second lead for Matthias over Clark. Albert Williams, Taya Polito close by, same with Jared Bundy in the 3 machine heading into the S's. Cut through 6A. Raise the drone cam over here up so we can see them come through 6B and then make their way down towards turn number 12. Good passing zone. Bundy trying to get there, trying to charge it hard in the corner. Can't get to him though. You see them all making their way through the arena. Dippolito right there. Bundy on his back bumper. Heading down towards the carousel. He's still right there, not off of that 19, still within striking distance. As they head for turn number 20. See him pop off the corner right there. Ippolito's got a bit of a gap to Bundy now as they head down towards turn number 20 and back on the front stretch. Oh, around goes Ippolito. Spins the exit at turn 1. Quickly jumping back to that one. Just lost it trying to get back on the gas. Bundy might have made slight contact with him, but not too much. But he drops back from what was 6th place, now back to 11th. Oh, it's sliding! John Broussard sliding in the S's! Oh no! Ryan Hedrick gets into him! Hedrick makes contact with him, and that allows Jacob Musso to go by and take up 2 more spots. He is now up to 14th place in the first 5 laps of this race. They're really starting to just spread out. See Wallace getting pressure from Lipster. Slight cutoff, but they're good. As Broussard's still struggling around this track. Still slow, heavy damage for him. Just trying to make it back towards pit lane. To get passed by more cars. Matthews, James Wallace battling for 22nd place. So side by side, Wallace down the bottom lane, Matthews on the top side, he'll go by. Clear, 67 car for now. Up here, battle is on for 9th place. Christian Lotion's got it, Jeff Marble right there on his back bumper trying to get to him. Bottle there on the exit of 6A. And a little wide. Is Marble going to go by now and take over 9th place? Leader right here together. Top 10 spot on the line as Ippolito trying to recover from that spin out of turn 1 earlier. They go side by side into turn number 1. And Ippolito's going to take that spot away from Lotion. Car around, I believe Conklin way wide here in turn 1. Field going to go by him. See what happens entering turn 1 for the 37 car. Way too wide. He's back rolling, but losing spots and losing more time as Musso in 95 up to 12th place. And have to keep watching him the rest of this race. He looks like he might have a shot to contend for the win in this thing if things go well for him. there, shooting by slower car. That is the 07 of Thomas O'Hara. 2 DNF so far. Daniel Holdcroft and John Broussard out of the race in 35th and 34th place. Back in turn 1, Ippolito holds on to over Lotion for 10th place. Quentin Clark got pressure from Marcus Emerson, not far off of him. They're still chasing Roger Rios Matthias, and way back in 4th place, 5 seconds back of the lead, 2 seconds back of that lead group up there in 2nd and 3rd. It is Tyler Marble. And I mentioned Marble is very, very good at road courses. Mentioned 9 career wins on the road courses, turning left and right in this league. The next closest is Richard Lukey, who's got 3. He's our defending race winner at this track, but he's not here tonight to try to defend the Coda Crown, but that's okay. We got someone else that'll take the record, and it looks like Marble's trying to be the one to take it. A big bobble there off of turn 19, heading for turn 20. He hangs on to it for now. Watch Bundy and Hickson together back of this field. Battling for 6th place, these two. Got Marble getting chased by Ippolito now as well. But up front, Roger Rios Matthias leads this field. And now it's under a second, though, as they are quickly catching our race leader. Second is the gap for the race lead. So we're approaching lap number 10 now. Gains are being made by Clark and Emerson on Rios Matthias for this race lead. Continuing to close in and pull forward, catching up to our top dog, our pole sitter from tonight's race. Back here, Ippolito putting pressure on Jeff Marble in 9th place. Trying to make pressure, but the battle for the lead is a brewing. Number 1 car has it, but maybe not for much longer, as he's got pressure coming from Clark and Emerson for this top spot. There's your top three as they head for turn number one. Emerson trying to charge the corner a little bit, trying to push it in there. As they head for the S's. Still tight. Starts to close back up this battle for the lead. Oh, around goes Matthias from the lead! Spins it out! And that gives Clark and Emerson the top two spots now. One mistake is all it takes. And the one machine goes from the top dog in this race, a little too much curve, and he spins it out from the race lead. Just a mistake that you can't afford to make. From first now to fourth, further back here, Jet Marble's still got Ippolito on his back bumper, but the battle for the race lead now is within half a second. Emerson chasing Clark. So Clark leads the field as they go through 6A. Yeah, Emerson's still right there in his trails, and Marble in the background bobbling off of 6B. He goes towards the grass. Heading into the arena section of this track. See those two leaders making their way towards the carousel. '94 holds serve in the race lead for now. Heading for turn number 20. Car slow, way off on the side. I think that's Andrew Russo in the number 41 car. Indeed it is. Getting out of the way for the race leaders. A couple packs of cars together. Further back to 87's got a row of cars behind him. And then even further back, Leighton Grigsby at least had a pack now. It's Phil Benedict leading Josh Johnson and Tracy Powers all together. These three cars in 27th, 28th, and 29th place. Heading for turn number 12. I was trying to make a move on the 57, can't quite get there. Someone else is trying to make a move. Right behind them is the battle for the lead, so very interesting positioning with them all being right there. See the leaders battling here. Emerson on the pressure, pushing on the back bumper of Quentin Clark. Heading for turn 20, and you can see just up ahead there is lap traffic galore. A lot of cars ahead of our race leaders. Oh, wrecking ahead of the leaders. The 57, Joshua Johnson, hits the wall on driver's right. He keeps it pointed straight. The leaders take evasive action. But that's the problem with this kind of racing, with these kind of tracks. You have got so much traffic here that you're catching up to in the back half of the field that it causes you problems. Man, oh man. Just danger. High levels of danger for these drivers. Somehow everybody's able to make it through A-OK. No problems there. Still top two nose to tail, and now we see Ty Ippolito and Jeff Marble still battling for 9th place. Right behind them is Jacob Musso in the 95 machine, looking to crack the top 10 for the first time tonight after starting back in 33rd place, up 22 spots from the drop with the green flag. This 95 machine, again, you keep calling that nickname the Musso Missile, and he keeps earning it, pushing through this field in just the first 14 laps of this race. He's got a shot at the top 10 just up ahead of him here if he can capitalize on making a move here, which it looks like he will. He'll cut to the inside of Marble through 6A, and right now he's got it. Got to get it through 6B, which he does. Musso now into the top 10 for the first time tonight. Heck of a drive from this 95 team. Get up there to battle for the top 10 now, as you see up ahead. Tracy Powers in the 25 ahead of race leader Quentin Clark. He'll go wide for him. Is Emerson going to get a better run off the corner, I think? Emerson going to cut to the inside. We're going to have a drag race down the front straightaway for the race lead. Emerson on driver's left, cutting it down into turn number 1, hot on the brakes. Oh, he's going to get down there. Clark going to cross him over. Side by side, heading into turn number 2. Emerson takes the lead away. And what a pass it was to get to the top spot. Now through the S's, a little bobble of the 22, but he gathers it up. And now he controls the race. As you see all the cameras freaking out here. You see that front tire, he is really locking up the brakes a lot here, and that's going to cause some tire wear issues for this 22 as the runs go on. You just see that front tire just like sliding at times. He's not really being as good on the brakes as he can be, as you can see a battle. This car slow. That's the wrong button. There we go. As Ty Ippolito slow there through turn 6A, but the battle for the race lead, of course, through the building. Still ongoing. Clark trying to cut to driver's left, couldn't do it. Emerson shuts the door on that number 94 machine, now heading back for turn 20. And it's just a tight situation here. Clark chasing Emerson up the hill towards turn number 1. Emerson in defensive line. Clark with a hard charge. Get right there side by side for a second. Emerson gets the run that Clark needed. Watch the 94 just charge up here. Fix the cameras while we're running. Clark is there once again on the back bumper of Emerson as they head down for turn number 12. Further back, top 10 spot, Ippolito chasing Marble once again. Jeff Marble in 10th place. Ippolito is in 11th after a slide in turn 6A. Sent him behind number 15 once more. Still playing chase with that number 15 car. These two joined at the hip. Big gaps throughout a lot of the field right now as the race leaders keep putting down some bad fast lap times. Last time by was a minute 40.219 for Marcus Emerson. Clark going to go wide here, trying to get a run towards turn number 20. Just some big lap time fall-offs for a lot of these drivers. In the 140s for the top two. A 139 by Tyler Marble, the only driver in the 39s, really. I think him and Albert Williams are the only two. just trying to get these laps that they can get, trying to get to the stage, and then we'll see where the caution, if we get a caution to fall, and if not, just seeing how these drivers do. But a very big mistake for Quick Clark. Locked it up and did not get a good launch off of turn number 1. Lap traffic ahead of the race leader. That's the 87 of Brian Duble trying to stay on the lead lap. But here comes Emerson on driver's right. He'll get by and take it. Haynes up ahead as well. As now Clark has a run. He's going to take a shot on the outside. Going to try to cross him over maybe here through turn 12. Couldn't quite do it, but he's right there with the 22 machine. .39 of Haynes out of the way for the leaders, letting them go. Emerson once again pulling back away from the 94. Move this camera over just so we can get a shot of them coming through this section here. Heading into the final corner. Clark charging it. Emerson holding strong through turn 20. About 7 laps to go in the stage. Racing for points paid out to the top 10 drivers in this one. Very back and forth, give and take for these drivers through different sections of the track. It's just, Clark is faster through the arena section, it feels like. Actually, I think right here, the S is heading into turn 6A, and then Emerson picks it back up through the, I would say, maybe through the arena section towards the entry of turn 1. I think it's probably where he's best. And then Clark is better off through the S's all the way around to about maybe turn 12 right here. And then Emerson is much better in this section of the track than Clark. It's really where Clark has not been able to like make the moves. I say that, just as I say that, Emerson goes wide. Clark goes by on the inside. Emerson going to try to keep the lead back from him. He does. He takes it back. Clark crossing him over. I just have to say something. Clark takes back the race lead. Through the carousel, charging back towards 19 and 20 now. Emerson driving in deep to stay with the 94. Right there you see how much better the 22 is getting through turn 1. Able to stay right there and pull up on Clark in 94. See how the dirty air affects the 22, trying to chase back this race lead. You see more traffic ahead for the leaders to navigate, more cars battling ahead of the leaders. These top 2 kind of on an island, but not much longer. Making big gains in this race lead for now is Tyler Marble in the 48. It's under 3 seconds now as they head for turns 19 and 20. The 41 of Russo going way wide to avoid these leaders. See cars coming down pit road now. Pitting now, you can get to the end of this race. See Marble right there coming off of turn 20 behind these leaders. He's not far off of this battle as Emerson, trying to send it back to the inside, thought about it, thinks better of it, decides to tuck back in and not go for it. Still right here together, coming through turn 6A. Just half a second back. You can see at 48 at Tyler Marble, he is giving chase, cutting into this lead every lap he can get. Right on board with Tyler Marble as he makes his way through the arena section of the course. And he's not far off the leaders. He can see the top two, and he can taste the race lead. He knows it's up ahead. He knows it's capable of being his. Looking for that 10th career win on a road course here in the Fast Track Cup Series. Looking to just keep asserting his dominance on this league at the road courses. Still got about 2.8 seconds to catch our race leaders. Just smooth he makes it look. How easy he makes it look in that 48 machine. Jacob Musso gotten by Michael Mueller. He's now up to 8th place. I think what's going to be the death blow to this 95 team is the fact that he started in the rear. He's putting up really good lap times. He's been moving through the field. Even in traffic, he's still able to put up some good lap times, but he's not going to have time to get to the lead. He's not going to have time to get to the win. He's going to need some miracles to happen, some drivers to have problems, and that might give him a chance at getting there. But Jeff Marble, Ty Ippolito still battling for 10th place, these two are, as they head down into turn 20. Final turn, of course, that is the last points paying spot for these two drivers fighting for it. So they're going to give it all they got in these last about 4 laps for the stage before they ultimately have to just settle in and get ready to end this race in due time. Stage in this race. Just about 3 laps time. Of course, no cautions come out for the stages. We just get the stage and we get our points out to the top 10. Battle really only on for the lead and maybe 10th place if Marble can get back to Ippolito. Kind of easing through this race, lap after lap. A lot of drivers have settled in. Tyler Marble has dropped back off from the leaders. He was back under 3 seconds. He's made some mistakes, faded back to 4 seconds off of the top 2. Clark trying to put a gap between himself and Emerson to keep this stage his. So, to march through. Ippolito got by Marble for 10th place. It's mainly, it feels like it's going to come down when pit stops happen, when these drivers come down pit road, and when they ultimately end up taking home their final stop, and who's able to just make it through the rest of this race without making any mistakes. That's all it's going to come down to. Clark leads here on this lap as now Marble is caught back up to Ippolito, who's made another mistake. Comes the number 15 machine. Ippolito trying to fend him back off. Able to hold him off for now as the top 10 really only two gaps are under a second. That is the gap for the lead and the gap for 10th. Next time by, it will be the final lap of the stage. Of course, we'll hit that final lap, and there will still be laps to run the rest of this race. The halfway point is our stage point. Clark has got the lead. Lap traffic, lots of lap traffic up ahead though for a race leader. He's going to catch. See how he maneuvers through this. As Emerson's dropped way off here now. Some bobbles and some incidents here. As now Ippolito has wrecked. He's wrecked over in 6A. Slid around. Don't think he hit the tires, but he is around. Take a bump back on the blimp camera and see what happened here. Marble got to his inside, and he just runs it wide and somehow keeps it out of the tires. But from 10th place and getting points to now back to 13th. Just everybody kind of making mistakes that's going to cost them shots at extra points. It's Clark now, the race leader, coming around for the final point. Or the final lap, I should say, of this stage. Clark, oh, he missed the corner because of traffic. That's going to give Emerson the lead. Just like that, it's all it takes. Clark trying to navigate lap traffic at 37, locks it up, and just like that, Emerson takes over the race lead on the final lap of the stage. Car on pit road now is Christian Lotion from 11th place. He'll pit now. The 22 hanging on to the lead. And just when it looked like he had thrown it away, an incident takes the race leader out of it for at least the stage win. It's the best way to put it. Clark was looking like he was going to coast around to the stage win. Instead, he's going to have to settle for second place. They'll come through the final corner. Stage win. Looks like it's going to be a hard charge from Clark, but not enough. Emerson will take the stage here at lap 24. We'll continue on here under green. Barring any problems, this is going to be your top 10 for the stage. Emerson gets the top spot in the stage. Jeff Marble was able to get the final 10th spot in it, as now the only battles happening in the top two right now, but look who's a-coming. Under 2 seconds is the gap to third place, Tyler Marble, who's chasing down the race leader's car, spun right there, gets back rolling as the leaders come by. And off in the grass is Joshua Johnson in the 57. As now you can hear the music picking up. Emerson and Clark now have a mirror full of Tyler Marble, who's about to make it a 3-horse race. See now the leader, as I think Clark missed pit road. Emerson gets onto pit road just fine, but Clark, I think, missed pit entry, getting into the back of Emerson. Oh, and Emerson actually got into the 94. Contact made. The aggression. Emerson with a black flag. Clark goes wide in turn 1. And just like that, all that does, it gives the race lead to Tyler Marble. Emerson with a black flag. His race is done. And it just hands the race lead and likely the win to the 48 car. Still a lot of racing to go. Still have pit stops to be made. But that is huge. Some more cars coming through pit road, of course, making their stop at the other end of the stage. Emerson has a black flag he has to serve, so he takes himself out of it as he is just now rolling off of pit lane back to 10th place, behind Mueller, behind Matthias. Likely a race-killing move. There is more cars rolling down pit lane now. Just all of the drivers taking different strategies when they're pit and when they don't pit. So as Clark is on pit road now, Musso moves to 5th, and really, with all the problems that we've seen out of other drivers, Jacob Musso has got a really good shot at getting a top 5 when all is said and done at the end of this race tonight. So Marble has a 10-second lead for Albert Williams. He still has to pit, obviously. We'll likely see him pit in the next coming laps. The top 5 cars have yet to come down pit road. We expect to see them at some point here soon. This car, I think it's Quentin Clark had problems there. Roger Rios Matthias now is in 6th place. Musso, Hickson, Bundy, Williams, and Marble, the top 5 yet to pit. Neither has Ryan Hedrick, who's in 11th place right now. Some other cars kind of shuffled throughout the field that have yet to come down pit road for the first time tonight. Man, just a crazy, shocking turn of events that has led now to the most dominant road racer of this league taking the race lead back. And as of right now, looking like he will not be looking back, as now Jacob Musso is on pit road. The 95 car comes down to get his service done. Just watching this race lead, or oh my goodness, hello, Bill Benedict in the way of the leader, spun around there in turn 12, and that's why it's not over. Anything can happen in these last 20 laps here. Tyler Marble is in a heaping load of traffic he'll have to navigate through. If he pits, he'll kind of miss it for now, but there's a lot of cars here, and we've had a lot of spins, a lot of problems. All it takes is one mistake. All it takes is one driver having a problem, and just like that, the race leader gets taken out. We've seen it before here on BRN in the ZASCAR Cessna Cup Series. AJ Hyder, dominant racer as well in that league, dominant road course racer, had a lead well ahead of the field. A lap car has a problem right ahead of him, takes him out. He finishes second, but only because he was able to limp around because he had that big of a lead to take the checker flag second place. Did not win that race. Connor Shafari went on to win that one at Watkins Glen. It doesn't take much. It just takes one incident, one mistake and suddenly you're out of it. And oh, like that! He gathered it up, but just like that, sliding like that, could have easily spun it out and lost his gap he had over Williams. Great save by Marble. So really a lot of space between a lot of the field. There's a battle happening for 11th just up ahead of the leader between Ty Ippolito and Jeff Marble. Not far ahead of our top dog, Tyler Marble, pardon me, is they're trailed by Brandon Saylor in the 24, who's being trailed by our race leader in the 48. With that slide he just had, I would expect him to come to pit lane this time by. I'd be shocked if he didn't come and take his stop. He'll stay out. So he might be running to the window. Of course, the window he mentioned to me is about 34 laps before you had to pit. Jake Hickson and Jared Bundy are on pit lane, leaving just the top two drivers that have yet to pit. Marble pit now. And here he comes pit road. Race leader rolling onto pit lane now for his stop of the day. Gotta make sure he gets down to pit road speed. Do not want to speed on pit road. We'll see, does Williams stay out an extra lap? He will, so he'll take the race lead here. So as Albert Williams will lead this field, Tyler Marble will find himself behind Quentin Clark off of pit lane, a 4-lap tire difference for the two. Of course, mentioned the battle for the lead was between Clark in the number 94 as well as the 22 of Emerson. Emerson, the speeding penalty on pit road. As of right now, he is currently 7th place in the field. As you see, the 48 Kenny by Lipster. Those two spots real quick. A 2.2 second gap for Clark over Marble. Still waiting on the race leader, which would be Albert Williams, to come down pit lane. This would cycle through to give the lead back to Roger Rios Matias, the number 1 machine that spun from the race lead earlier on. He'll take back the top spot, and he will go back to the race lead and see if he can hold off Clark and Marble for the last about maybe 17 laps of this race. Williams is on pit road now. So our pole sitter will cycle back to the race lead over Quentin Clark in second, Tyler Marble in third, then it'll be Jared Bundy, and I believe Jacob Musso will get up to 5th place with this pit stop. So see how it all shakes out. As we watch to see how they all shuffle out. Williams came out 4th in that pit cycle. Bundy has got Musso in his back bumper now for 5th, closing in on him. Has a 1.5 second lead over Quentin Clark. Quentin Clark has got a 1.8 second gap to Tyler Marble, who is currently in 3rd. See the battle for the lead under a second now. Clark chasing down Matthias. Big thing just to keep mind of is that gap for the race lead. The top 3 cars right here, this is going to be your battle for the win, is these 3. They don't make any mistakes. If they don't botch anything, these 3 drivers are the ones in contention to win this all. It's going to be a battle to the finish of this race. Clark chasing Matthias. Marble chasing Clark and Matthias. They got a gap to 4th place. Albert Williams is looking to just have a solid top 5 run, all things considered. Mentioned the biggest mover of the race, Jacob Musso. He's a 2nd behind Jared Bundy for what would be 5th. He wants that top 5 if he can get it here in the 95 machine. Top three right there lined up. 14 laps to go here at Circuit of the Americas, presented by 72 Diecast. Now, on its own retail website. And you see Matthias goes wide in turn one. Clark is ready to pounce. All it takes is one mistake from any driver, one misstep, and the others are ready to capitalize. Marble not far off in this battle either. It is go time for the top spot, for the race win. Everybody chasing like crazy for this win here at Circuit of the Americas. All three chasing their first win of the season. Right now, Matthias holding the top spot. But for how long? Can he hold it the rest of this race? They head down through turn one to the S's. Battle for fifth. Jacob Musso got by Jared Bundy. Holds the spot for now with just 13 laps to go. Oh, spinning in the background! That's Tyler Marble in the 48 that spins there in turn number 17. Was chasing those top two cars coming through the arena section. It's right by Clark's back bumper, slides it, trying to keep off of him, and that's going to cost him a lot of time. Now 4 seconds back from this battle. It's a top two breakaway. Matthias hold on to this lead and take home the checkered flag here tonight. Matthias, if he can win tonight, it'd be his first career win here in the FastTrack Cup Series to give us 2 of the first 3 winners this season being first-time winners. Meanwhile, the driver of the 94, Quentin Clark, he was the runner-up last week. His last trip to victory lane, looks like it was last season, coming in Martinsville. He wants to go ahead and take another win And he's trying to have to fight off a guy who's hungry for win number 1. Still a long way from over. 11 laps to go. That's about maybe 24 miles. Such a long way to go in this race, and for somebody like Roger Matthias, you have got your first career win on the line here. If you can take home the checkered flag, you are just desperate to get that white flag going, to have something happen maybe to Quentin Clark behind you. You need anything just to kind of calm your nerves, to keep you from freaking out, from stressing out, from thinking, is this going to be the lap that I make a mistake and he capitalizes and takes the lead, never looks back. There is so much that goes through your mind when you're chasing win number 1 that it becomes hard to concentrate. You can't block it out. You have to block it out though, but you just can't, because you're going to keep thinking, what if this happens? What if that happens? It's just an insane battle with yourself, more than it is a battle with the car behind you chasing you for the lead. Clark making his way through lap traffic, as well as Matthias, who is the leader. You see Haynes having problems ahead of the leaders now. He gets out of the way. Clark is still within a half a second coming around this time. 10 laps to go here at COTA. Laps is such a long time. So much racing to happen in this one. There's a battle happening for 6th place. Jacob Musso has dropped back there. He's got Marcus Emerson in his back bumper now, trying to catch him and make the move there. And Emerson, of course, had the run-in with Quentin Clark earlier in the race. Bet on pit road and pretty much has taken himself out of contention for the win, but top 5 could still be on the table if he can get up there and catch that 3 of Jared Bundy. That's just up ahead as he tries to the inside of Musso, and he'll get by the 95 car. So trying to find a way back around Emerson, but can't do it. So he'll drop back. So still right there with Emerson. Dude try to get back to 6th place. Cut down to the bottom. He'll try to send it in through turn 12. Hard on the brakes. He'll slide by. Does Emerson get the run off the corner as they make their way into the arena here at COTA? This battle happening here is trouble! Leaders make contact! Matthias got loose on the exit at turn 20. Clark gets into him, but he gets the race lead. Quick look back to what happened. Matthias trying to get her out lap traffic. Clark actually gets into the back of the 1 car, sends him around. And again, incidents with the leaders gives a shot to our 3rd place car, Tyler Marble. Albert Williams has spun from 4th place. He maintains that spot way back on the front stretch, but the thing is here with 9 laps to go, Matthias has the green light to give the bumper back to Clark. Still so much time in this race. You have a run-in like that, and now it changes the complexion of everything once again. Marble was out of it. He's within a second for the race lead again. Matthias trying to work back to the back bumper of the 94 again. Coming around this next time by, it'll be 8 laps to go. Still far from over in this one. Bundy is up to 4th past Williams, and he is 29 seconds back of this battle for the lead. The top 3 all within a second under a blanket. The rest of the field, forget about it. Barring any problems from anybody else, it's going to be between these 3s. Oh, you see! Spinning in the back! That's Marble spinning around. He gathers it up and saves it again. He slides. But Clark and Matthias now are gapping him. And it's down to a 2-horse race once more. Marble's on the back of the one and just lost it after turn 19 and that short chute heading to turn number 20. Now Williams has dropped back to 7th place. Behind Jacob Musso and Marcus Emerson, who gets into the top 5. But the battle for the lead, it's still ongoing. Again, Matthias has the green light to make an aggressive move after what's happened between him and Clark earlier. And now a lot less pressure out back from Marble, who slid in between turns 19 and 20, took himself out of it for now. But hey, you get another run in like we saw earlier with the 1 in 94. You have a shot again if you're Tyler Marble, still being in 3rd place. It would take a miracle for anybody else to win this race, but with the way they've been racing, I don't think I can count that out just quite yet. So when they come around this time, it'll be 7 laps of racing left. It's been a heck of a race. It's been a heck of a battle all race long between these drivers, trying to settle it amongst themselves in the closing laps of this one, and it's still a tight battle for the race lead. Clark has still not gotten away from Matthias, only a half a second at best separates the two as they head up the hill into turn 1. Clark could have tried to charge it. He instead thinks better of it, decides to just kind of lay off a little bit before charging back through this S's section. Clark right there on the back bumper. Matthias on the back bumper. Clark, pardon me, as they make their way out of turn number 6B. And here comes the move. Matthias sending it inside of turn 12. He'll take back the race lead. Can Clark counter? Clark losing time. Matthias is gaining as they make their way down towards turn number 20. Clark just needs to put together some good laps here to catch this one machine. A big send into turn 20. Not what he needs to do. 6 laps to go. Matthias now starts to build the lead back over Clark. And that could be it. Almost a second lead now for Matthias over Clark. Still chasing career win number 1, but that was probably the best case scenario. I just need to put together about 5 more perfect laps. Well, not really perfect, just needs to avoid any mistakes is really all he needs. He just needs to put together 5 laps without sliding the tires, without missing a corner, without having a mistake, and he can walk away with his first career win here at COTA. Come down the front straightaway. 5 more. And of course, it's still, I can say 5 more laps. Only 5 laps to go, but my God, is it the longest 5 laps of your career when you are leading a race trying to get career win number 1. He's got a lot of traffic ahead of him. If something happens entering turn number 6A, like right there behind Thomas O'Hara, checks him up a little bit. Quickly able to rebound. Clark is chasing though. He knows those kind of incidents there is what will best help him try to win this race. I think they're going to be clear of lap traffic the rest of this one. There's some traffic a couple corners ahead, but I don't think they'll catch him. But Clark is pushing hard. He knows this is his best chance to try and win this race. He's not backing down whatsoever. But he's going to need to make some big swings if he wants to get up there and try and win this race. Definitely a good swing in his direction. 4 to go. Like I said, I don't think we're going to catch lap traffic. That last time by, he was faster. Got a car spun around. Jared Bundy spins. He was up there battling for the top 5. He drops back to 7th place now. He gets back rolling, but losing out on a top 5 now is a 3 machine. From the gap, you see the 1 car so much better there through the S's. Into 6A. Clark's able to make a tiny swing at it. Heading down into turn 12. Clark's just losing more time. He's not going to get there, I don't think. Needs to really put together some fantastic laps. That last time by, he was 4/10 faster. He needs to make some bigger swings, though. But how much does he have left in that 94 machine to try and fight for the win? We'll see. Coming around to 3 laps to go. A second is the gap as they make their way through 18 and 19, heading for the final corner. Clark putting some more time. Matthias putting some more time on Clark during turn 20. There is lap traffic up ahead. The leaders will likely catch. 3 laps left. 3 laps between Matthias and his first career win. 3 laps for Clark to try and make the moves he needs to make to try to win the race. Clark's not riding some impeccably long losing streak. He won recently. About 5 races ago, give or take a number. Back in Martinsville last season in the fall. For Matthias, I believe this is start number 21 for that number 1 machine. Again, looking for career win number 1 here in the FastTrack Cup Series. Best career finish before tonight. Finished 2nd place at the Spring Bristol race. And another podium back at Watkins Glen. Now he finds himself in a position to take home his first career win. So long as nothing happens and he can hang on to it. Battle for 4th, Jacob Musso gets by Marcus Emerson for now. He's now heading back uphill 2 laps to go as they continue to battle here for what is 4th place on the track. Spin up ahead of them. Can't tell who it is. It's 3 cars under a blanket now for 4th. As Matthias makes his way through turn 1. He's heading for the S's with just 2 laps to go. And a 2nd lead over Quentin Clark. He doesn't need to look in that rear view window whatsoever. He just needs to look out front, look out the windshield, focus on the track ahead of you, and don't stress what's happening behind you. Clark is going to keep trying to fight to find more pace, and he just is going to keep losing time. And that's what we're seeing, another 1.2 second gap through turn 12. Section of the track through the arena, very technical. Have to be just right on it. You don't want to get too much curve. You want to be just perfect, on the money, on the gas at the right time. Through the carousel he goes, coming for turns 19 and 20. Jumping back to see Musso in 4th. He's got pressure coming from Emerson and Williams, heading for turn 12. Emerson locking it up, trying to get there. Emerson gonna go for a slide and take himself out of the battle for 4th. Up front, it's the race lead we're watching with 1 second between them. The white flag is gonna fly. 1 more lap to go here at Circuit of the Americas. It's been a back and forth affair between a lot of different drivers finding themselves in the lead. But the guy who started on the pole tonight leads them through the S's for the final time into 6A. No pressure out back. It's going to take a miracle send from Clark to try and get to that number 1 machine. As they maneuver their way through turn 12, coming up on the arena section. It was this spot right here, coming up that curb, that cost him the lead earlier in this race. He takes it easy, he goes over it, and he makes his way through turn 17, heading for 18 and coming for home shortly. Started from the pole. He leads the most laps tonight of anybody. And he'll come through turns 19 and then finally turn 20 and look for his first career win. Clark can only dream of sending it in there. He'll come off turn 20 and pick up his first career victory. Here at COTA, it's Roger Rios Matthias, your winner. Back and watch the battle for 4th happening right now. It's between Jacob Musso and Albert Williams as they make their way towards turn number 20. Does Williams make a move? He tries to cut down. Musso takes a defensive line. Musso's gonna go wide. Williams gonna cut inside. Drag race down the front stretch. Williams takes home 4th. But up front, Roger Rios Matthias scores his first career victory here in the FastTrack Cup Series. What a finish, what a drive, and a comeback by the 1 team. As they make their way around, we'll take a quick step away to get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with post-race coverage here for the FastTrack Cup Series. Welcome to post-race coverage of the Circuit of the Americas 115, where tonight's race winner, Roger Rios Matias, takes home his first career victory here at Circuit of the Americas, burning it down on the front stretch just a few moments ago, celebrating here for career win number 1. Welcome to post-race coverage of tonight's event. We'll take a look at your finishing results and how they finished here tonight. Roger Rios Matias taking home the checkered flag tonight over Quentin Clark. Tyler Marble coming home in third in tonight's event. Then it was Albert Williams fourth over Jacob Musso in a race to the line there out of turn number 20. Marcus Emerson coming home in sixth place tonight. He was mixing it up for the race lead there in the 22 car, but he'll finish in sixth place after the slide in turn 12. And by the way, quick shout out Jacob Musso. I forgot to mention that too. Biggest mover of the race. Started 33rd tonight. He'll finish 5th through all the chaos. Jared Bundy 7th. Jake Hickson in 8th. Michael Mueller 9th. And Christian Loach coming home in 10th. See the last three cars right there. Ippolito, Sailor, and Marble on the lead lap. And after that, the rest of those cars one lap or more down in this race, including the most recent winner. Our other first-time winner this season, pardon me, James Wallace. He'll come home 30th in tonight's race, winner at Daytona to open the season, and the rest of the field that DNF'd from this event here tonight. So we'll see if we can get a hold of our top three finishers. And I believe we'll start by catching up with Mr. Tyler Marble. Hey, Tyler Marble, it's us now in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Alrighty, well, it's a third place run from you tonight. A lot of chaos in this race. Some mistakes made on other people's end, some mistakes on your end. What was your opinion of that race behind the wheel of the 48 car?
Pretty exciting, I guess. It maybe isn't exciting for a good way, but entertainment way it was exciting. Yeah, Jesus Christ. What a race. Usually not that eventful on a road course here, but Coda brought the freaking heat tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. There was back and forth chaos battles throughout this race. I mean, there was no really calm moments at any point on the track. There was something going on, but you're able to keep your mind your P's and Q's, and you were able to finish third again here tonight. Um, just what is it about road course racing that just has just been you've been so good at it? It's you just not you've been really good even at minimizing your mistakes and coming back and recovering for good finishes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good comparison, but I sort of had a Connor Zilic of a race tonight. So just making mistakes and then try to just get right back into it and keep on digging. Um, I mean, he got taken out in turn one twice yesterday, and he drove right through the field. It's sort of what I did was okay. Made a mistake here. Regroup. We're still in a good spot and keep digging. And it's about confidence on a real course, is knowing how far you can take it into the braking zones and gearing and all that momentum. So yeah, just crazy race. I thought I was in the catbird seat for a second, then I stayed out too long. Ultimately, even though I still had a shot there at the end with the fresher tires, it's just after all that happened, I'm glad to come home with P3 after screwing the pooch of qualifying. Glad it came down to an actual race after what happened about halfway through the race. So uh, shit, yeah. Props to Roger, Quentin. Those guys were fast. I know those guys were fast last year on the road courses. They stepped it up this week. So yeah, looking forward to Watkins Glen in a couple months.
Well, we'll see how Watkins goes in a few months, but of course next week heading to Phoenix. How are you feeling about getting onto the ovals and getting started rolling in this season?
Well, it's actually nice to be on an actual oval, I guess, but Phoenix to be the first ones, yeah, that's unfortunate because you're gonna see a lot of the same in a sense of fall off is gonna be freaking insane with the added horsepower and the tire compound. So, um, and it's gonna be hot. So yeah, that's not gonna help. But I think we'll have some good racing. Hopefully, everybody minds their p's and q's. That 94, I'll tell you right now, is gonna be the guy to beat. Him and up. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. Phoenix hasn't really been the best in my tracks in the next gen. I'm still trying to figure out how to keep it for the long, late parts of the long run. But yeah, hey, we're up for the challenge.
Well, all right, it's third place run for you tonight, Tyler. Teammates, sponsors, shoutouts. What got you to third place tonight for your 14th career podium on a road course?
Yeah, God. Ooh, I'd like to thank Ally Will Repair Specialist out of Richmond, title sponsoring the series once again. Been a title sponsor from year one. I'd like to thank Ron Tonkin Chevrolet, Jeff Shutt, another guy I think will be right up in the front next week at Phoenix. He's pretty good there. Gerber Collision, I like to thank Kenny B. I don't think he came out tonight, but he's sponsoring a couple of races for us, Gerber Collisions, so thank him for that. DA Designs, Simulator Hub, BMP, Big B Energy, Superior Templating. Shout out Roger again. Congrats on the win. iRacing iFlag. And of course, I can't forget about you and Enrique. So, and everybody coming out. 35 guys on a road course. Pretty kick ass. So, yeah, let's keep it rolling.
All righty, that's your third place finish tonight. Tyler Marble walks away third from Coda. Congrats on the third place run.
And thank you.
And we will now go to our second place finisher tonight, which was the driver of number 94, Quentin Clark. Lee, we got Quentin Clark joining us in the booth. Quentin, second place run. Uh, just one too many mistakes to overcome. What more did you need to take on the checkered flag tonight?
I'm sweating. I can't help but wonder where I would have been had the 22 not got into me there trying to pit. I was trying to pit that lap too, and I know he just hit the curb wrong. And he apologized. You know, it's nothing malicious or anything, but right there after the stage, I was hoping to dive into the pits and just stay out and end up getting hit there, getting caught up with some lap traffic a few times. As much as we beat up the car, I'm thrilled with second. 1-2 finish for High Spirits Racing, and after, I mean, we put so much work into the setup every day this week, so I'm beyond thrilled. I wanted to win. I wanted to win the stage, but you know, if I have to come up short, I'm thrilled Roger got it.
Well, yeah, it's a spot short. Teammates still get the checkered flag in his first career win, nonetheless. But just you have had a very up and down race. Does that kind of able to recover throughout a race through mistakes, through problems, kind of help you as the season goes on, being able to kind of rebound from things like that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm relieved to one finish and two. I mean, our main goal was to beat Tyler. Honestly, I mean, he's insane at road courses. I think he was undefeated at road courses last year. So we really just wanted to bring it today and bring our best and to get a 1, 2, 3 top fives and more got a top 20 and 17th and um, you know we're definitely going to take this into Phoenix and momentum forward. And great points day for all of us.
Absolutely, Quentin. Well, it's a second place finish for you tonight. It's also, I believe, a second in the stage for you. Teammates, sponsors, shoutouts. What got it done for you?
Yeah, huge shout out to Bomb on Fire on Spotify. Give them a listen. Thanks for the cool car. Thanks to Mach 5 Design, Groovy Divine, Jimmy Beats Worlds on Twitch, Superior Templating. Huge thanks to my teammates at High Spirits Racing, Roger, Jacob, and Andrew Moore. It's a blast working with them on stuff, and really spent all week on the setup, hanging out with them, and trying to build this thing to make it competitive. So been a lot of fun getting to hang out with them and have a good start to the season. And a huge shout out to my wife who puts the kiddo to bed on Monday nights and Sunday nights when we're practicing, just to and then watches me race. It's goes a long way for my mental health to be able to do this every week, and it's just so much fun. And my parents watching back home, and all the friends and family have gotten me here this far.
Alrighty, it's a second place run, but the season's looking pretty good for Quentin Clark in the 94 machine. Congrats on the second place run, Quentin.
Appreciate you.
And now we will dial up our race winner tonight. Taking home his first career victory. Let's see, have had celebrations ready to go. Let's dial up our race winner tonight. Coming home with a checker flag after winning the pole, it's Roger Rios Matias. He takes home his first career victory. First things first, Roger, congratulations on the victory.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, it was an eventful night for you. You started on the pole, you led for a good bit there, then you had a problem in the arena section. What happened that caused you to spin out there and lose the lead?
I was trying something new to try to save some tires, and yeah, a little shifting gone wrong. But it's a good recovery though.
Yeah, good recovery, to say the least. Taking a victory lane here tonight, but just what was that race like for you after that? Having to bounce back from that, having mistakes happen to drivers ahead of you, having mistakes happen to yourself, drivers that are around you guys, just everything that built up to that race. What was it like just trying to get to that checkered flag?
Honestly, I think it's just a bunch of attrition. Just I've done a lot of endurance races, so I just know, one mistake, you can get by that and keep on and could end up with a good finish. I was just hoping to get back into the top 3. But it's like you said, everybody in front of me had an issue just like I had an issue. So kind of equaled back out at the end.
Absolutely, but you get your first career win. Just what is the feeling of that? Finally getting that first career victory, getting to go your way here at COTA.
It feels great. I was happy it got close last year. Then I got hurt, missed a lot of time, and I just, just worked the recovery and just try to come back strong to start the season. And those plate tracks aren't, I'm not the fondest of them. It's like no matter how much you lay back, try to take it easy, it's always, you're at the mercy of others. But I'm just glad to get back onto an actual track and where you have to drive the car.
Absolutely. Well, you come out tonight, at least with the checkered flag in your hand, Roger. Teammates, sponsors, shout-outs, what got it done for you?
High spirits, Quentin, Andrew, Jacob. Quentin did some good work with the setup this week, so give a lot of props to him. I want to dedicate this win, though, to my sister-in-law, which we found out today has stage 4 cancer, so this goes out to her.
Alrighty, a very important, very special first career win for Roger Rios Matias, your winner here at COTA, here in the Fast Track Cup Series for the first time ever. Congrats on the win, Roger.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You do the same. And so that will do it from us here at COTA. Of course, we got more action coming up here throughout the season for the Fast Track Cup Series. Take a look at our schedule here coming up after tonight. So we'll look at our schedule coming up. Of course, Phoenix next week, Las Vegas, Darlington, Martinsville the next 4 weeks, and then we got a break for Easter coming up after that. So lots of action coming up on the schedule here for the Fast Track Cup Series on Monday nights. Of course, we got other racing going on, like the battles happening tomorrow night. We're at the Slide Job Racing League heading to, I believe, Kansas Speedway. I could be wrong. I'm very good at being wrong. And if I check the schedule, it'll tell me that we are going to Kansas tomorrow night. Actually, no, I lied. It's Darlington tomorrow night. My bad. So we go to Darlington tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern here on BRN. Wednesday, the NASCAR Cessna Cup Series closing out its season. They're heading to Rockingham. And then, of course, we have the SOFA 300 from Daytona, a special event this Thursday coming up. Want to thank you, as always, for tuning in and watching. And congratulations, Roger Rios Matthias, your winner here at Circuit of the Americas. Take care, everybody.